We've all been taught that if you earn a college degree, you get better jobs and you make more money. But how much more money do you actually make? Well, in today's video, I'm going to walk you through actual data so that you can calculate your potential pay raise by the number so that you know what a college degree is actually worth. And we're going to talk about weekly increased earnings all the way through career increased earnings. We're going to go through it really quickly. If you don't know who I am, my name's Ryan. I earned a bachelor's degree in just 9 months. And now I teach other people how to earn college degrees really fast and save a bunch of money on tuition. If that sounds good, like the video, subscribe to the channel. But let's jump over to my screen and I'll walk you through some real numbers so you know what kind of pay raise you can expect if you get a college degree. Now, this right here is some data. The place that I like to look for income data, things like that, I like the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics because this is a combination of census data and tax data. The government knows who has college degrees, who doesn't, because we write off college expenses on our taxes and things like that. So the government knows who has college degrees, who doesn't, and they know how much money we make because we pay taxes. So I like using tax data a lot more than I like using surveys and things like that, because surveys aren't always accurate because people can give you whatever answer they want. This is accurate data. Okay, as we can see, there's a little graph here, and with a high school diploma, the average weekly earnings is $853. With a bachelor's degree, it's $1,432. These are the numbers, or these are the kind of education levels I want to focus on, is high school diploma to bachelor's degree, because that's where most people are at, like wanting to take that next step and get the bachelor's degree. So if we just do some quick math here, I've got my calculator, $1,432 a week with a bachelor's degree, and without, we're just going to subtract 853, which is average weekly earnings for a high school diploma. So we'll subtract 853, and as you can see here, that's $579 per week in increased earnings. Okay, now if you look at that, on a monthly scale, you're $2,000 plus a month in increased earnings. But let's go big here, and we're going to multiply that by 52 because there's 52 weeks in a year. And as you can see, your averaged yearly pay raise with a bachelor's degree, it's about $30,000 a year. Now, it's easy to be like, oh, yeah, $30,000, that would make my life better. But when you look at the big picture, you can really get a grasp on how big of a difference this is going to make in your life. Okay. Now, as you can see, I kept a little note down here. The average retirement age, I just went and looked it up. Average retirement age is 64 years old. Now, some people wait all the way till 70 because they can get the very maximum amount of Social Security benefits, but the average is 64. Now, just for math, easy math, I'm going to say the average career start date is about 24 years old. Now, some people start their careers at like 17, but for easy numbers, I'm going to use 24. That puts us at right about 40 years for an entire career. Okay. So if you're making $30,000, a little over $30,000 a year more for 40 years, like through the span of your career, let's multiply that by 40 years. As you can see here, that's more than $1.2 million in increased earnings. So imagine your lifestyle with $1.2 million more by the end of your career. You're going to probably be in a much nicer house. You're going to drive nicer cars. You're going to have less debt if you're smart with your money. That's a significant amount of money. Now, you might be thinking, well, I'm in my mid-30s and I don't have 40 years left in my career. Well, let's really quickly crunch some numbers. If you only have a 30-year career, okay? A bachelor's degree is $1,432 per week in earnings. We're going to subtract 853, which is average weekly earnings if you're in high school, okay? And that's $579 a week. Multiply that by 52, and there's your 30,000 for your yearly increase, but let's multiply that by 30 years, okay? And as you can see, it's a little under $1 million more in your career, over $900,000 more in your career with a college degree. Now, something I love about these numbers here, all these numbers, they're averages, right? Well, here's the thing. There are a lot of workers in our country who are very lazy, who drag their feet and milk the clock, and they're just trying to get a paycheck. So when I see average numbers, I always feel like I can outperform average because I feel like I'm a hard worker, okay? I'm not the most genius person in the world, but I'm willing to work hard. So I feel like I can usually outperform averages because unfortunately, there are a lot of lazy people, right? So if you feel like you can work hard, maybe you can get higher than these averages and your increased earnings, you get a better job and your increased earnings are even greater. It's pretty amazing. Now, the biggest challenge, obviously, if you just see these numbers, you think, yep, I need a college degree. It's easy. I got to go get my college degree, right? But the hard thing is there's this hurdle with earning a college degree. Who has 4 years to spend on college, right? The national average is actually more like 6 years for a bachelor's degree. Who has $100,000 cash in the bank to put towards a college degree? Well, that's what this channel is all about. I teach people how to earn college degrees faster and save a bunch of money on tuition. So just subscribe to the channel and you'll start learning all of my hacks and tactics on how to get degrees in as little as months for literally pennies on the dollar. Now, if you're interested in hacking college and getting a degree faster, I'm just going to leave a link down below in the video description to a degree hacking tutorial. So you can watch another video where I am not calculating numbers. I'm actually walking through how to hack college. If that's interesting, just click the link in the description. And yeah, hope this video has added value to your day, and I'll talk to you in the next video.